So I think the next question is a good one. With the success of instructions not included, I feel like we're now waking up to the power of the Hispanic market. What are some ways small businesses can cater to this market? I think this is a great question. I mean, needless to say, the Hispanic market is, the census kind of confirmed it, but it's the fastest growing segment of the U.S. population. It is, in 10 years, it's going to, I'm Hispanic, by the way. We are going to be literally the number one group in America. So I think there's a couple different things as you kind of look to reach the Hispanic market. I think one thing is figuring out who you're talking to. Are you looking at kind of unacculturated Hispanics, which are kind of Spanish language dominant, and kind of they consume Spanish language media, they're watching Univision and whatnot? Are you talking to second generation Hispanics, which are acculturated and they're kind of English dominant? English is their dominant language, primary language? Are you speaking kind of the person in the middle that consumes both languages and both media? So I think, well, that's the first step. Once you identify that, then you could figure out, okay, what's the plan? What do we do? How do we speak to that person? If you're looking to reach Mexican Americans, Spanish dominant, then, hey, if you're looking from a national standpoint, let's look at California, let's look at Texas, let's look at Chicago. Those are kind of huge markets from a Mexican standpoint. If you're like, hey, no, I want to talk to Dominican Americans and Puerto Rican Americans, Caribbean Hispanics, you know what? Let's look at New York. Let's look at the Northeast. Let's look at Miami, and then from there you can kind of put together the strategy and be like, okay, this is, now that we know that, if we're talking about a acculturated person, that means that the actual messaging and copy can be in English. And then we have that. Okay, what makes the most sense? What are we talking about? Are we referencing kind of Hispanic culture or not? But I think the first step you have to do is figure out who are you looking to reach out to. Spanish language dominant or English language dominant Hispanic. And then from there, kind of all the other pieces will come into kind of fruition.